Hello there and welcome to episode 55 of our Minecraft Let's Play Forever World. Now, in the previous episode, I lost my helmet, I lost the boots, I lost the sword, and I think, yes, we have as well gotten rid of the axe. Luckily, we have one axe here. It's close enough, we can use this. And I think, yeah, we have to manage with what we've got left. So I think the first order of business is to go and get the extra piece of shulker box that we left in the... It's not in the starter house, it's in the second place. Oh dear. Let's get out of here. Switch that and also run away from this fella. Of course I don't have any items in my inventory. Why would I? But yeah, I think it's in the villager house. So let's go and check that, just to make sure. There was a gas there, but luckily it did not see us. Let's place the torch there. And yeah, well, the previous episode was definitely something. I think it could have gone a lot better than what I did, but it's something. I can't remember how we get to the other portal. I think it's outside and then down a lot. So I'm not going there. But instead, let's go from this portal here, and then let's try and make it out to the other place. I think while we're here, let's breed all the animals and get rid of some of the ones that are left, so that we get some XP, because we are quite low on that area, thanks to something happening in the previous episode. But yeah, I think we'll manage. Nothing too serious happened. We can still continue the world. We didn't even lose I think we maybe lost one shulker box, but like, we didn't lose plenty. So we are doing moderately fine. It's moderate, so yes, some losses, but could be a lot worse, and I think we'll continue from this. Of course, setbacks are part of human nature, part of human life, and also, well, I could have just faked it. I must admit, I thought about it. But this is entirely the main plan of this world, isn't it? To show you everything that happens in it. So why would I fake my death once? That would basically just beat the idea of the game, of the world. So yeah, I didn't do it. There we go, 26. And I forgot to place that there. Let's try again. I think we can kill 13. No, we can kill 11? Let's go with 12. Oh, there. Should actually keep that guy. Maybe I should. Okay, let's spend the rest here. So, can I get one more? Probably not. That's a shame. So we got 12 here. Well, there we go. And yeah, we didn't do much. Let's see here. That's 6. 8. There we go. And we are back to where we were. That's a shame. That's not a lot. And especially here, I think we could get rid of just some more. like so. Then there we go. So now we have 2 less than what we started with. That's fine. Let's not kill that zombie. I think... yeah, sure. Let's keep that guy alive. Just the question goes, how do we do that? That's not the way. Let's take that away so that we don't accidentally kill that guy. Let's place it here. Come on. This guy. Are you serious? Okay. Oh no. This is not going to plan. There we go. Got rid of one. Then parkour here. Place that there. No. You're coming from that side. Okay. As long as it's just come here. And now there's 2. Wonderful. Come on. That was so close. Wonderful. That's the first one. Then let's get some more from here. And yes, I'm well aware this could be done a lot easier as well. But I don't want to. Let's get some... I guess that's fine. Yeah. And then this fella here needs to come with us as well. To this place. So I would prefer them right next to each other. Come on. There we go. And that's it. Now we've got 2 of those guys there. Now I am well aware this is quite far away. But we can manage the transportation somehow. We were looking at this. I'll give you one. There you go. We'll skip the night so we don't get phantoms. And I think afterward, we probably should start on the terraforming. There we go. Had to take a sip. 494. What am I saying? 494. It's something. It's not a lot, but something. I think place that there. Get rid of these as well. We got plenty of beef, plenty of mutton as well. That is wonderful. Place that there. We've got pork chop now. So let's switch that to our main food source. Place those there. And like so. We're doing well here. I'll take the buckets from those 2. Thank you. Let's go and fill these up. And I think then let's take the melons and pumpkins that we've got and let's prepare this shovel with those as well. Let's see. There we go. And yeah, I'll go by foot. I thought about using the nether portal, but I think I've got enough experience from the previous episode from that, so maybe we'll just use this for now. So we're going to the basement. We're going to check whether we've got the sufficient amount of shulker boxes by checking if there's 2 or even that one there. And afterward, I think we're going to be traveling. I think we'll do that trip through Nether And yes, we're going to get to the new castle place, or whatever you call that. Now, at some point, probably moving that cast would be a good idea as well. Is it? It's that one there, right? Yeah. So yes, we don't see the villager house from there, but we do see both of them from this route. So right now, you can see where we're going to make the castle, and then this house here. Also, I probably should have more than one horse, seeing as now I'm traveling without one. That's fine. Also, I'm probably going to be moving that horse at some point from the nether to this place, but I think I'll postpone that for now. Yes, here's one. And I'm guessing the second one is now lost. Unfortunate, but it's just, it is what it is. Let's just make sure. None here. None here. Yeah, I think we lost it. I don't think there was anything that important inside that, so we're relatively fine. Of course, it is a bummer. Here we go. And is that all? Yes, it is. You really just ate all of that. And I got 200. Okay. Well, let's go to this guy. Let's play. Let's buy the lanterns and glass so that we get some extra XP. And 762, that's fine. What more could we do with this guy? Not much. Alright. Well, I think I'll see you some other time then. Let's not do that, because when we get zombies inside, I'll park over there. This is much better. Yeah. I guess we'll just make our way in the nether then. Get that there. I really don't want to be doing this. But also I need to do it at some point, so why not do it now? I got a billion reasons why not to do it now, but also got multiple reasons why doing it now is the best. Okay, so this is where we end up. Okay. For some reason, I thought it's the other way. Okay. Well, let's make this tunnel just a little bit longer. I think that will help us at least a bit. Oh. Yeah, I'll leave that for later. Don't want to deal with that. This guy's still alive. That's a good thing. Hello there. Let's check if you still have the same deals, and yes, you do. And nothing that I want, so I'll just leave you there. I'm not sure if another one can spawn when that guy's in the nether. I'm hoping that it's a positive answer, but I'm not certain. That's not good. Okay, let's just make it out of here. Is this what it did? Seems to be. That's weird. I wasn't even here. Oh, and then there's this fella. Oh, hello. Okay. There he goes. Hello there. Don't want you to crow up. Oh dear. Wonderful. And now, I'm guessing there's gonna be at least one more extra friend with us here, but I don't see anyone. Maybe I'm wrong. That's good. Let's just clear that a little bit more. Let's do that. And also, let's block this. There we go. To the best of our ability, at least. Making it more difficult for the extra friends to come here. There we go. So now it's everything that we've got in front. And then at some point, we're going to be making a tunnel. What has happened here? Hello there. Shameless. Goodbye. Probably could have saved that guy as well, but now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have, but too bad. So let's see, we've got 43 lanterns, that's good. Got some fences. We can probably start on a small settlement. Let's take the chests that we've got here and make this one a dump chest. Everything that we don't want in our inventory. And, well, everything else that just happens to be there. So I'll leave the extra chests there. The lanterns there. And I think that's it. Alright. So, how do we start this? Well, we've got this entire area here. And I'm thinking this entire area here. And the most logical thing would be to connect this from here to here, then make a tunnel inside this. I think I would like that a lot. Then, we've got this here. I want to connect that, but let's make it quite narrow, like this narrow here, where my crosshair is, so that you can barely get there, but just barely. Then what else? Connection here. That could just be a bridge. Not sure. And then let's off the render distance for now. There we go. So that we can see better. And I think since that's connected to there, I do want to make something here. It could be a wall, but it could just be getting rid of this entire thing here. This entire thing here, probably. And then leaving that as like a connection. Or then I could just blow up this entire thing and only make a bridge there. Which I guess there's this here. So we could just do that, and I think we'd be quite set on that. There are some turtles here. So we should probably get some of the turtle eggs from those guys at some point as well. But yeah, I think... Huh. Because then if we do that... I think we could make like a land bridge here. And be this, like make this just something else. Don't actually know. Got quite many plans for this, apparently. I thought this would be an extremely easy thing, and it's again becoming quite hard. But I think that's just a good trend that we've had for a long time. But luckily, we do have now enough in our shovel that we can start the product. We've also got plenty of dirt and grass that we can, well, start building. And I think, yeah, let's start with this. So we get this part from here. And we connect it on the other side. Let's see. Do these line up? They don't line up. It's not exactly on the same height, but it's close enough so that we can make it work. There we go. And then I think let's run that a little bit like that. And then we can connect these, and we are almost done with the top part already. That's good. So yes, I did think about making this like an actual bridge. But I think a land bridge here is quite cool. And also gives a good excuse to make like an actual tunnel. Or like a sewage tunnel instead of just something fake. I'm thinking that could be, as I said, a sewage tunnel. This could all be, as an example, filled up like a small lake or water piece, and then it could just flow into the ocean. So we could make like something, a river or something that flows from all the way up here, perhaps from that small part there all the way down there. But that's a large project, first of all. And then second of all, does that leave enough space for the entire village? That's a good question. And what do we do with this? So now if... I guess I could just lower this place from here and then make it on the same level as this. And I guess that would solve part of the issue. But not the entire issue. I mean, I guess we've got this here. There's some pillagers there as well. So let me just adjust a little bit. Hopefully that was fine for your ears. I'll fix that in post. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I think this is a perfect place for houses. We can also make some houses here and then on top. So that we've got basically 2 layers, at least 2 layers, probably 3. We could make 3 there. But then, what do we do with the rest of this place? This could be like the town square. Then is it quite far away from the buildings? We could. And again, we could just make a bridge as an example here instead. And then that would connect to the most flat area. We could just get rid of this entire thing here. Probably that then has to go as well. We could make a gate here or even here. We could make this like a natural border. Just block that up, and I guess making this build here would help in that. Now that I think about it, that does seem like a brilliant idea. Then how do we block just going around the entire thing? I guess we can't really do much about it. Or we could, as an example, make this go the entire way around, all the way up there. And then if we do that, well, someone would have to swim from there to here, or from there to here, in order to accomplish that. So that would be a long way. So maybe we just get rid of from this part, all the way there, from that, and then we maybe do like a connection there. We have to make a gate somewhere, but we could block all of that, and then perhaps make like a gate here. This is quite naturally protected, I'd go on to say. So maybe getting rid of this here would give us like a natural wall. And then we're only left with the surroundings of this. I guess we can... That's not a long way to go. So I can make like a natural moat there. This is perfect. This is the entry and exit. to the village. That's perfect. Then we can make something here, as I planned before. Let's not explore too much. Do like that. And then of course we could make this like a massive mountain at some point, where then we can just leave it as is. Yeah, let's go with that. That's a good plan, I'd say. So this is gonna be left like this, approximately. What? Approximately. I'll have to fix that most likely. Let's not go to free cam. Instead, let's just look around. I guess I could just wall this up and dig this down. Then actually we're left with a shorter path. Yeah, actually. I do think we'll be connecting this. Yeah, let's do that now. Because we can manage this in this episode, and then in the next one I think let's get rid of that entire thing there. And let's use some of the dirt that we've got, since, well, we've got plenty of grass. And we've got plenty of dirt, but I think using dirt here gives the grass just a little break from being placed all over the place. So we don't run out of either of these. I'm hoping to get into a position where I don't really have to worry about things like that, but it's not right now. Because right now, we still have to worry about that. There we go. And then, how do we do this? I think for sure this has to go. Then I guess these as well. All the way up to that. Let's run this just a little bit. Like so. Then, so this will have a wall. Then this also has to have a wall. Let's patch that hole from there as well. So something like that. And yes, we don't have to worry about all of the stone, because we will be building a wall there. So it's not something we have to worry about. And yes, all of this is for decoration, but I do want to make it seem logical for me. But it's only for me. It doesn't really actually matter, gameplay-wise. But story-wise, it does. Let's leave a lantern there. Actually, let's do a couple. Don't really have anything other than lanterns right now. They're relatively cheap to buy and make. There we go. So let's gather all of this coal that's here. There we go. And then let's do it like that. That's good. So yes, this will be walled. This will be walled. I am certain about this part as well. And then we get to the unknown area next, which I don't really know what to do about. That is this here. So I could just make the gate here. That would give us quite easy access in and out. Then we have to do something. This. Huh. I mean, I guess this is perfect for a defensive position, because you can see from here in there. But it actually It's a chick now. That's wonderful. Yeah, let's sleep and let's make that so that the gate is basically inside the part that I already built. So that if there is an attack and they break through the gates, they are instantly surrounded right here. Now there will never be a battle here, for real. We can pretend. There we go. Just to make this, you know, have some validity being here. Because, at least me, personally, when I'm building something, I have to think about, does it make sense being there? And right now, this does make sense. But I'm not sure if it would make sense if it was, I don't know, just randomly placed somewhere. So, yes, that is my game of thought. I think we also have to get rid of this patch here. I mean this here. And yeah, let's get rid of this here. I am going to make that just a little bit prettier at some point. Don't worry about it. Let's actually go from this direction. And do it from here. And let's see if we get the same layer. If it's an entirely different layer. Okay, it's the same thing. That's good. So we don't have to worry about making those connect. My inventory is full. It's actually been full for a while, actually. Just noticed it. So let's get rid of everything we have now. We're gonna get plenty in just a minute. Oops, there. So yeah, we're gonna have some to play with and from gathering this, so we don't have to worry about running out. So let's just have a small emptying of our inventory, and then let's continue here. I do want to fill that home, and this one as well. Let's see. Let's run that like so. And I think we need to get rid of at least this part here. Something like that. No, actually, I think it does need to be wider. So let's get rid of these two as well. And yes, this is quite easy to do, since we do have the efficiency 5 on this shovel. So we don't really have to worry about whether or not we bring the beacon. But as I said in the previous episode, I believe, or the one before that, it should be in the future plans to bring the beacon here at some point, so that we can do all of our projects just a little bit easier. I touched my microphone again. That's fine. There we go. And yeah, let's get rid of these. Is that now large enough? I think it is. It's large enough to bring in wagons still. And although there's this small turn here, I think it's wide enough on either side to not really worry about that. And let's actually fill this from the inside first, and then let's worry about making it make sense on this side as well, since I do want to make it so that you can't really enter from this either, and you have to go all the way there in order to get up here. And that is because, well, if you run through the gate and you get instant access to the top of the gate, then it doesn't make sense to make this area defensible. hoping that makes sense for you guys as well. There we go. I do think that's about it. Yep. Yep. And then you can make this on the same height as that, and then we can run this like so. Add a lantern there. That doesn't actually matter. I think that might just be better that the creeper blew up there. Because now I don't have to worry about this part. There we go. And let's see. How do I do the rest of this? I think maybe like that. And then... Yep. That's fine. And again, this is now like a proper wall. I don't have to worry about that. Now we have to get rid of this here. I think we'll fortify this at some point. Same for this side. I think this starts to be at the point where really it doesn't really make sense anymore to do it. We'll see. But yes, this entire entrance here is now probably fortified. Or, well, it will be in just a minute. Get rid of this here. Let's make that 3 high again. So we're pretending that they're as tall as we are. Do that. And this is a busy area, so we don't really want any of the bushes here. There we go. Sure, why not? Let's do the same here. Let's make this inaccessible as well. All the way to this point here. Then I guess this can be like one of those squeezing points where all the good guys run in from that and all the bad guys going from there will have to face them here. So yeah, let's actually raise this by just a little bit. Like so. So that we get like an actual defensive point here. That's good. Let's do that. And maybe this is good. Yep. And then that still leaves us an entrance here to upstairs if we are in a hurry. But it's so far away from the actual gate, the entrance gate, so that when you're coming from here, you have to turn around, and then you'd have to turn again. Maybe we could make it 180 degrees by making the stairs, as an example, here on these 3, so that it's like actually difficult to turn around and actually go here. But I think this is good enough for at least now. We can plan that later on. But yes, this is extremely defensible. And I think it makes sense. There we go. Fill that up as well. I think this gate makes sense. It just does. At least for me. Then let's check on all of the other things that we could do. So, if that's the gate and the entrance is here, I think we'll have some buildings here flanking us, I guess, or sandwiching us between the ocean view. I'm thinking if we come from here, so we'll have maybe a couple buildings there, a lot of buildings that way, and when we get to this here, first thing we're gonna see when this wall ends is the castle. So we leave this bare, or do something to it, so that you don't see it. Or then, do we do buildings all the way here? Actually, let's sleep between imagining things. There we go. I think we could also, got a couple of minutes still, definitely. So, yeah, let's actually go and place down some blocks. Where did I, some dirt there. Let's place them here instead. And do I have sand anywhere? There. Maybe take the granite. Got plenty of that. So I'm thinking... Oh, we do need dirt. Bummer. Let's take some. And let's patch this here. Won't be needing this, thank you. Place that there so we don't get any unwanted guests. I guess let's place a second one there as well. Is that now completely fixed? It goes quite deep. I think we'll have to come back to that later on. But yes, so I'm thinking once you come from here, do you see the castle? Once you go here, like so. But then that would probably mean that we'd like the bridge here, which is quite far away. Of course, that would then be central to the castle, like an actual gate inside. And it would be in the middle of the entire thing, so we could make like a massive entrance here. Or then we could make just this. We could make the gate here instead. Now that I think about it, maybe utilizing this for the grand effects is quite good. So you're coming from here, then you see the castle, and you see the bridge from here to the castle. Okay, so then we have to hide this behind buildings. Okay. Excuse me. That to adjust again, just a little bit. Now this is a new mic, so I'm not entirely sure how I'll place it when I get fully satisfied with its position. Now I do have to constantly be changing its position right now, but I'm not sure if that will be the case in the future. But yes, for now, just expect a lot of that. I do like this though. It's not as in front as it was before in the previous episode. Okay, that's holding. That's good. Yeah, it's not as in front as it was before, but still just a little bit in front. But I think so was the previous one as well. And this one, I think it picks up my voice just a little bit better than the previous one did. This one is dynamic. The other one, the HyperX podcast, I think it's called. That one was just a little bit more of a nuisance in the way that it picked up every sound that I made, or every sound that was made in this apartment, or the neighboring ones as well. So as an example, when the child was crying, yes, this did pick up all of that sound. I tried my best to hide it, so hopefully it doesn't pick up on the microphone, or hopefully it doesn't sound in the video, but it did pick up on the microphone. So we're getting rid of this. Now, of course, insta-mining this would be a good way to get rid of this, but it's such a small patch that I think we can manage like this. There we go. I'm still not sure how I'll introduce this tunnel into the village, but I'll do it somehow. Probably like from there, and then we get here. Then we have perhaps some buildings above us. Maybe we'll have some doors here so that we can enter. Maybe the shops here. Shops here would be good. And then when you come from here, this is when you see the castle in its entirety. Maybe let's get rid of this then. Just a little bit, not too much, not too little. Hello, Mr. Cow. Goodbye. That was quite cruel. I apologize. There we go. So now, come from here, and you see at least this part of the castle. Now let's see, actually. So that's the end of what we see right here. So we do get quite a large patch inside that. So maybe we'll have the main part, the grandest part of the castle be here, and then perhaps this one. Oh yeah, it's quite perfectly on the divide here. If you remember from the previous episodes, I do think I planned to make maybe one of those land cross bridges thingies here, or maybe like an actual bridge. But then perhaps this can be like the quarters of everyone, and then this can be like the actual castle. I think that might work. And also maybe I'll include like a garden somewhere. Maybe this could be the garden and not the quarters. I'll think about it. We've still got plenty of episodes to that point, so we don't have to worry about it just yet. But I think, yes, this is the entrance now. And we have to block these then, somehow. Let's do this small thingy here now. I think I'll remember still where this is, hopefully, in the future. So if we do need to fix something there, we can. Doing something like that will work. I'm not sure if I want to leave that as well. I'll keep that just in case we want to do something with that. And then we can probably come here and patch all of these holes. We could make like windows on the roof, or then we could do this. Well, I'll leave that for future me to decide, but for now I'll just patch these so that we don't have anything falling at least on top of us when building or exploring or daydreaming. I guess I've been daydreaming a lot in this episode. There we go. Get rid of all of those. What is this? It's just something random. Okay. Alright. Yes, I do think this is the first order of business. We've got plenty of cows and sheep here, and we'll definitely be using them for some farm thingy. But I think that will be a lot later on, and probably not here, but instead, perhaps elsewhere. I'll think about it. But yes, I think that's it for today's episode. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, leave comments on whether you like it there or here, the entrance to the castle. I think I'll stick with the one that I've got for now, but any of your ideas are welcome, definitely. Nothing is set in stone, nothing is built yet, so we can still change a lot of things. Leave your opinions on whether this was the perfect opinion, perfect place for the gate, or if you'd like it elsewhere. Now, I did also... We're gonna fix it. I did also think about this being the entrance, but I think I'll pass on that for now. We could just make this as an example, like a hidden flanking entrance. So that, as an example, we block that, wall it off like this, and then when people enter through there, we can open that, and then we can, you know, run behind them and attack them from behind as well as in front. But that's it for today's episode. I'll leave that in the future. And yes, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in number 56. Goodbye.